Hello and welcome to another episode of Strascast. Cory, how are you?
Oh, I am freaking. We're going to go with fantastic. We need to think about. Well, I need to think about this before every show.
Maybe you do.
Superfluous, sir. Absolutely superfluous.
Oh man, that's a repeat.
I know it is, but there's only so many words we can make up, Bob. How are you, sir?
I am amazingly well.
Oh, so we both went simple this week. I like that. Okay.
Sometimes simpler is better, Cory.
So I
Especially
hear.
when you can't think of words
So
off the
I
top
hear.
of your head very easily. Hey, if you're new to the show, thank you for joining us. If you want to go back and listen to any previous episodes, you can go anywhere. You can get a podcast. Definitely go out to YouTube. Give us a like and subscribe. Go to Twitch. Follow us on the socials. Go out to Instagram. Give us a follow. We're on Threads. Shout out to all the podcasters on Threads who I interacted with this week. Thank you for your likes and your questions and maybe even your follows. And if I said we were looking for guests or that I wanted to be a guest on your show, I was serious about that. So get back to us.
I was not kidding around.
No, I swear to God.
Dead serious.
Best way to reach us is to DM us on Instagram at Schnauzcast. Cory, how's your week, buddy? It's June now. We're definitely into the month of June.
June 6th. Holy shit.
Yeah. Happy D-Day.
Yes. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily happy D-Day, but
Well, based on what all of those soldiers accomplished for the good old US of A.
in remembrance of all the guys that fought on D-Day.
Absolutely.
That you know, as a matter of fact, I think we should start the show with doing just that.
All right, well, while you're doing that, perhaps our audience members are like us in that on June 6th, there's a network, whether it's Sundance or FX or you just go back to the good old HB of O, and it's Band of Brothers time, June 6th. I know more than a few people, friends of mine and relatives, who rewatch Band of Brothers every year in June. And it's just a thing.
Did you have any family members that were at D-Day?
At D-Day?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
My great-great-grandfather was. My mom's grandfather. Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah. my Don was obviously in Vietnam.
Correct.
Yep. Your uncle, my father-in-law. No, not D-Day, but you know, it's I've read the book by Stephen Ambrose that the miniseries was based on. Heard the stories about, you know, Dick Winters and Easy Company. It's a fantastic book, and I can't believe they actually made it into a miniseries. But yeah, if you've never watched it, I owe it to yourself to do it, and maybe it'll be a annual thing for you too.
Well, here's to all those that fought on this day.
Absolutely.
For our freedoms, and
thank you for your service.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
We're able to sit here and drink and do this podcast today because of people like you.
Absolutely.
And as a matter of fact, too, we were watching the Tigers game, driving out to my little cousin's birthday party, and they had a vet that was actually at D-Day in the stands, and today was his 101st birthday.
Oh, I think I saw the interview with him.
Did you?
On the game today?
Couldn't believe it. I mean, he was totally with it. I looked like he was in his 80s. I would never have guessed 101.
Yeah.
I know that still sounds
I wish
old,
I would sound like him if I ever made it to my 80s, for sure.
Right.
Which I'm not
You're
going
not
to.
going to sound like if we make it to 80?
I will not make it to 80.
Yeah, just drool coming out everywhere and slunched over in a wheelchair.
I like Ike.
Those cats. Re-elect Reagan.
You know, the thing I was thinking about while I was watching that interview was how young the girl was who was interviewing him.
You know who it was?
No.
Daniela Bruce.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It was just the two of them on camera. There are obviously people in the stands behind them, but it was Daniela. It was like a side shot, right? They're talking face to face, 2-person shot, and the number of years between the two of these people. Like, I know that she's asking him the questions that she's supposed to ask, and he's answering how he thinks that she wants him to answer, but they couldn't probably have a normal conversation without cue cards or
Well,
microphones, headphones in their ear, tell them what to say.
And so,
what would they possibly have to talk about?
Danielle and I did chuckle at it a little bit because the very first question she asked, and I can't remember verbatim what it was, but he was going on for a little bit. He was like, "Oh, well, you do this."
Old man,
he's
will
like,
prattle on.
He's like, "You do this, and you do this, and you do that." Oh, it was something like, "What's the secret of getting to 101?"
Yes.
And he's like, "Well, you got to do that, and then
you don't exercise too much."
He's like, "You exercise modestly,
right?
You don't overdo it."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh man," I'm like, "There's no way out of this now because." He's 101. It's his birthday
and
on D-Day.
In his brain, he probably thinks, I should slow down. I'm talking very fast to this lady.
Yeah, and
those thoughts are coming as quickly as he can think them.
And so he got done with that, and she was like, well, tell us about this. I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, she went for another one?
But the Tigers are also down 4-0. Like,
True.
what else do they have to do?
I would say that's probably
was
more entertaining listening to him than it was watching the Tigers today.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, okay, he got through that. She's like, so tell us about. I'm like, Daniela, like you said, I know there's someone in your ear like, okay, next question.
Right.
But I'm like, man, those first two already went for a good amount of time.
Oh, they're not telling her next question. They're telling her the question. There's no way she
enough.
memorized
the
questions to ask a 100-year-old man.
But I'm like, we're going for a third
Yeah.
after the 10 minutes it took to answer the first two.
But, maybe there's someone older than Daniela in the booth talking to her, telling her, like, okay, you need to slow it down. Is this an old man? Like, the answers are going to be long. I'll let you know when to ask the next question.
That could be.
Yeah. Because otherwise, what would they have to talk about, those two?
Oh, them having a casual conversation at a bar would not be.
Yeah.
Would never happen.
Yeah, so can I tell you about my my week?
Of course, man. Let's hear it.
Couple of stories. So first of all, as you may have known, I'm trying to attend to my lawn and my basic outside.
I saw the
areas
mulch when we came up.
Yeah,
saw it and smelled it.
What did it smell like, Cory?
Like shit, like manure.
Really?
Dude, but all good fresh mulch is going to smell like manure.
Some more than others.
True.
Yeah.
And I see you elected the we'll call it a birch.
It's a cypress.
Cypress.
Yep, I was told specifically that's what I need.
So normally when you see mulch, it's the red.
There's lots of different, right?
Of course.
Got the blonde, right? The brown, the light brown. Then you've got dark brown. You've got red. There's black. You can get black as well, if you're just going for mulch. But that's beside the point. So
I wasn't trying to sidetrack you there.
I'm trying to attend to the outside, which I really haven't done seriously in a couple of years. Power wash the driveway going all the way down. And I'm trying to okay, I need a new umbrella for my patio table. That one is fucked. I left it outside for the wintertime like a dickhead.
You did, didn't you?
I did.
I guess I never realized that when we were back there in the winter.
And it just wasn't great. So, and then I ordered other stuff, right? I ordered one of those retractable umbrellas like your mom had.
Oh, you can tilt
in the driveway.
Yeah.
And I bought a rug, which is actually, I got it today. It's sitting in the driveway, right where that's going to go. And I'm like, well, that's good. I'm not ready to to spend money on patio furniture for under that umbrella, but I have a hammock and I have a recliner chair, and I still have the patio table with the new umbrella now. And I should be good for a little while. I'm just waiting for the umbrella to get in, and yeah, now I can go outside in the backyard and I've got lights and I've got a comfortable place to sit down. That's great. So I'm working. This was Friday. This was yesterday, and I'm working here, right? And I just got a new project, and we had a couple of meetings. It's they're trying to kick off this project very aggressively. So I'm concentrating, trying to get my work done at the end of the day. I got to download templates for project plans and meeting minutes and stuff like that. I got to type up the minutes for both meetings that we just had. I got to get them out. It's a different kind of migration I've never done before, so I have to read up about it a little bit. I got to set up calls to introduce myself to the architect, who's really, really smart. She's going to be my best friend. So I'm doing all this stuff. I'm going to sit here for 3 hours. And I was not paying attention right outside the window as to the wind picking up. I hadn't looked at the weather, and the wind started picking up. And all of a sudden, I hear this giant crash coming from the back of my house. And immediately I'm like, fuck, the umbrella.
But not the new one. Because you haven't
gotten the new one.
Oh, so you have gotten the new one.
I did get the new one.
Okay.
Yep.
And you put it in the.
Oh yeah.
Where'd we go wrong?
Well, where we went wrong was.
I'm sorry, but is
Sure.
is that what crashed, or was it something?
No. The wind picked it up because, like an idiot, I did not put the umbrella down the last time I had been outside, which was like 3 hours prior. And I didn't look outside and notice the wind was picking up. I didn't look at the weather. And the wind picked that bitch up and then pushed it to the side. But it was still in the table, in the umbrella hole in the table. So the table went like this. And then it like launched the umbrella out of it into the bushes. So the table went back like this. And the tempered glass top smashed in 100 million pieces in a big circle.
Oh, shit.
Completely destroyed. I walked out there.
So
I'm like,
the only thing that you didn't replace, you now have to replace?
I'm like, I'm an asshole. This is my fault.
I would say, I hate to say it.
I was specifically warned. Now, when you put this new umbrella in there, you got to, when you're not using it, you got to put it down because it's a nice umbrella.
Yeah.
The one you had before was porous and like you could
wind would go right through it.
Right through it.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't in the habit of thinking about that because this is a new umbrella. So I spent the next 90 minutes. I got the shop vac out. Luckily, 96% of it ended up on the rug, but it was this giant circle with like a little empty hole in the middle of
where everything just fell out of the table.
It's tempered glass, so it doesn't break into shards, but it breaks into these little tiny squares. So there were some of them broke. Some of them were in pieces that were this big. Some of them were in pieces that were this big. Some of them this big. So it was like 100 million pieces of varying sizes of glass-colored squares all on my rug. So I'm like, I get the shop vac out, and I'm like, trying to get every single last one there. It took me an hour and a half to get.
I don't doubt it. Well, then you want to, and of course, like you said too, because some of them break into such small pieces, you don't want to miss something, and then potentially someone be walking out there in the summer with.
You're not going to cut yourself because they're small little squares.
Right, but it's definitely not going to feel good when it goes into your foot.
You can't use the shop vac if the squares are bigger than like this.
Right.
So anything bigger than that, you have to pick up by hand 2 trash bags full of those, and then I shop vac'd up the rest. I was just like, okay, let's immediately start Googling.
So now we
where
order
can I
another
buy
table.
just a table, which I was not planning on buying. But I've already ordered it. I'm like, oh, this is just.
So you were able to find just a table without like chairs and without.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm like, can I buy just a table? Or he's like, oh yeah, you could buy it. Yeah. Because you don't. I'm like, good, because I don't want to also have to replace the chairs because that's the most expensive part of a patio set. I'm like, can I hold that off until next summer? Yes. Okay. So there's that.
Well, I'm glad the universe intervened and made you get a new table as well.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say I'm glad, but that is funny.
Yeah. And then Cecilia reached out to me yesterday. She's like, hey, what are you doing Saturday? I'm like, probably I just work and clean up and stuff. Oh, well, I was going to go to the Edison Street garage sale, neighborhood garage sale.
Oh, is that this? Amy was big on that because she lives right around the corner from there.
Yep. And she didn't have anybody to go with. She's like, well, we haven't seen each other in a while. I'm like, yeah, that's no problem. I go, you know what we really need to do before that, though? First, she goes, I'm like, what time are you going to be there? She's like, 10. I'm like, fucking 10 in the morning on a Saturday? Okay. I go, I could probably do 10, but you know what we have to do first? We have to go get breakfast at the Big Red Restaurant.
Oh, the old Bob Evans?
The old Bob Evans. So we did. And guess who got some fucking tomato juice?
Did they have it?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I go, just out of curiosity, you guys don't do tomato juice. He's like, well, there's a can in the back here. I could open it for you if you want. I'm like, yes.
There's a can from the last time your dad was there.
I didn't care. I'm like, oh, man.
It tasted all right?
Once you crack some of that black pepper into it. Absolutely.
Okay.
So we had a nice breakfast, and then I followed her over to Parked Out and start walking around this. So basically, it's like five square blocks of everybody in the neighborhood gets together. They all understand that on this weekend, we're all doing a garage sale. So most people.
They've been doing that for years now.
I don't know how long they've been doing it, but it's probably quite a while.
I mean, Amy lived over there for, I think, at least 20 years.
Yeah.
And they had done it every summer that she had been there for 20 years.
Before she got there, yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody's got tents up in there. And so I was worried. I'm like, oh, I hope it doesn't rain. What I didn't count on is that it got very hot. Like bright sunshine.
Yeah. Oh, today got very warm.
No shade. So we're walking around, and I'm like, oh, man. And I'm there for her, right? I don't need to go walk around this garage sale. I'm looking, because every once in a while you find, like...
There can be some treasure here
And I
there.
sent you a picture of some Red Wing stuff that somebody was selling.
Yeah.
But I'm basically following her around. She's got a little wagon, and she's filling some stuff up there. And I did find a guy who was selling some comic books.
Nice.
And so I got some old classic comic books. We got little Fantastic Four, Marvel Tales. These are from like when I was a kid. Human Torch. None of these are in like order or anything, but Hulk and versus the Submariner. So some really good old school comic books that for like $1 each. And I'm like, I'll
Can't beat that.
And then so after about 2.5 hours, I start going like, I think I need to go. I think I'm gonna go. Because I'd been walking around in the heat for 2.5 hours.
You didn't bring like water or anything with you?
Well, I bought a water. Everybody's selling water
Okay.
for like, here's $1 for a cold bottle of water. I'm like, yep, I'll take it. But I also have sausage gravy running through my veins from breakfast.
And tomato juice and cracked pepper.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I think I should probably start heading back to the car. I'll catch you later. Like, thanks, this was great. And I'm walking to the car, and I don't realize how far we've walked. I got to walk like 5 blocks back to get to my car. So by the time I get to my car and I follow all the blue hairs, all the old drivers going out of that sub to get back to my house, I come in the house, and Indy's in the kitchen because Jack has gone to work. And he knows, like, put into the kitchen, put the gate up and everything, because he didn't know what time I was going to be back. I walk right past him. I'm like, sorry, buddy. Narrowly avoided a serious bathroom emergency. I was like, oh, man, that was close. So close.
I feel like
Bob
that.
Evans tomato juice.
I feel like that tomato juice might have been a teeny bit expired.
It probably worked its way down through the cracks in the gravy to really get down into the colon and get things percolating.
And it was like, now it's time to shit.
Yeah. But I was just, I remember looking at her going like, I think I need to go.
Would you look at the time? I need to get out of here.
But it was fun. It was fun. It was good to spend some time with her, and she, got a couple of things that I don't really understand why she's buying these things, but she was like super psyched to get them. And
her house, man. Whatever.
A couple of bucks for this or that. Yeah. I'm not a big garage sale guy. I don't like to have garage sales. It just seems like a waste of time and a waste of energy for the money that you actually make in a garage sale.
So, okay. Well, real quick before we get into that.
Yeah.
Dilly Dilly's in the room. He says, good evening.
Dilly, good evening.
And he said he just did 300 bags of not wood chips, but mulch.
300?
Yeah.
At his own house?
Yeah.
Or for work?
No, at my sister and his house.
Fuck, dude, that's a lot of mulch.
He said it definitely smelled like manure when they were done.
I think I bought in total less than 20 bags.
And then Lori Clark says, hello, boys.
Oh, hello, Ms. Lori. Hello, Ms. Lady.
Is that Pam with two M's?
Are you saying is the N silent?
Is that Lori with two eyes? Lori?
Well, Lori.
So, I do like, as far as garage sales, I remember my parents had one year. Mm-hmm. 1 year and 1 year only.
That's all it takes to turn you off of garage sales.
And my mom was literally like, for the $205 that we made,
yeah,
the amount of work,
pricing everything, moving it out,
she's like
setting it up,
the amount of work that went in there. She's like, I will never, ever, ever do it again.
No. Now the smart thing to do is to be friends with someone who is doing a garage sale. We're like, hey, you mind if I get in on that?
Okay, have my own little table off to the side.
Yeah, I'm going to drop it off. I'll price it all. You just put it on a
Yeah.
table. I'll come join you, and then I'll grab my shit. Or even just to tell them, like, whatever doesn't sell, you can throw it right in the trash.
There you go.
I mean, that's the way to go.
And I'm such on the fence about stopping at a garage sale and actually checking one out. Like my dad had no problem stopping at a garage sale and being like, what can I find for like Halloween parts?
Look at that. Look at that.
So like that part of me in the back of my head's like, ooh, some of these like I do want to stop at. But then the other half of me is my mom that's like, don't buy other people's junk just to fill up your house with other people's junk. Like there's no reason for it.
If you're collecting something, whether it's Hummel figurines, you like little shitty potted plants that people sell, You like CDs, like random CDs that someone didn't want. You like old school vinyl from the jazz age in the 60s. Or you like
60s. Very specific decade.
Well, I only say that because there was a guy, probably the best house that had a setup was all down the whole length of the driveway. That's where I sent you the picture of the Red Wing stuff. But they also had, that's where I got my comic books. They had a bunch of, hardcover novels that were, mainstream shit like Tom Clancy and stuff. So for like $1, that's not bad. They had a bunch of cards, but I asked, they had already sold out of all the sports cards. So
okay.
These were all
That was my next question for you.
Pokemon type cards.
Yeah.
But they also had vinyl. They had a big thing of vinyl, but they were all sitting out on a table in the sun, just baking in the sun. Like, why would you do that? I would never buy that.
You're warping the shit out of those records.
And some of the records were sitting in a pile. They weren't even in the sleeves. They were just just the disc,
the vinyl
like
out.
A pile of 10 records just sitting there with the sun just beating down on them,
melting
for
that wax.
Hours. Like, well, clearly you don't want them. I mean, I don't, but I feel like you don't want anybody to buy them either. Why would anybody buy those?
Yeah, after it's on a day like today,
people aren't
too.
buying vinyl going, I don't know anything about this vinyl thing. Why don't I pick up a couple?
I'm just going to grab it.
Yeah, and then I'll get into it.
I have nothing to play it on.
Then I'll start figuring out what's vinyl all about. What are these kids so excited about these days?
Well, that sucks. They got rid of all the sports cards already.
I asked.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because as a matter of fact, we did stop by the Detroit sports card place out in St. Clair Shores by us. Mm-hmm. Went to the Larkin slot.
Empty.
All gone. All gone.
Yeah. I feel like that means Detroiters are fairly excited for him to move on.
So the way I was like, I'm not necessarily excited about it because I like him as a captain. He's done decent for our team. I mean, he's not a superstar for our team, but but then again, I don't know how he is like in the locker room as a leader and all that. So that's something way different. But I just wanted to pick up because this is an unprecedented situation with a captain of the Red Wings being like, "Hey, like I want to move on, even though I'm still in contract." It's different. We had Yzerman for what 25 years. Sure. He never thought about moving on. Won cups with us. Then you had.
He went a long time with 0 cups and 0 playoff appearances.
But then made it
longer than Larkin's gone.
Oh, way longer.
And maybe that's what Stevie Y is telling him behind closed doors. Like, dude, you think you got it rough?
Do you see what my career was? Yeah,
right. I had to work hard to get there. Maybe you should do the same. That's what I feel like. The Stevie Yzerman, Dylan Larkin thing. Like they were oil and water from the beginning, and Dylan Larkin just said, "I've waited 10 years for this plan." He was very vocal about during the trade deadline last year that they did nothing. Very vocal about how that was disappointing, like to the press. And that's not a cool thing to do, talking about your boss behind his back to the cameras.
So, is that really behind his back? If you're talking to
well, you didn't tell him like
I'm going to say
I'm
this.
going to say what I think when I get on camera next time.
Well, yeah. So I wanted to get some Larkin cards because again, like I said, it's an unprecedented situation that. Yeah. And I'm like, well, yeah, if he does jump ship, I can see some of his cards, not necessarily right away, but yeah, let's say he does go to another team and he takes off and wins a cup. I guarantee you those Wings cards are going to be, the value is going to go up a little bit on them.
Yeah. But, you know what we're talking about, right? It's 90 Second Sports.
90 Second Sports.
Like, why don't we just get into it? We're already talking about it. All right, so
90 Second Sports.
Into the Wings. I think we've talked about that. We might have talked about this last week. I can't remember. Or has it been pretty fresh? Was it this week that it happened?
As far as Larkin, it was just this week that happened. It was yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday or the day.
Oh
or
wow.
Thursday.
So all right. So yeah. So if you're not aware, if you're not a Michigan sports fan, you're outside of the U.S. Detroit Red Wings, our beloved Detroit Red Wings, NHL team. The captain of many years is requesting a trade because The popular thinking is that Steve Yzerman, who is a former longtime captain of the Red Wings, who is now the GM, right?
Yeah.
And has been so for the last 10 years. Everybody was excited for him to come back to Detroit. It's his hometown team. It's the only team he ever played for. And for him to put a plan together to bring the Red Wings back to greatness. And so far, we are now in year 10 of that plan, and we still have not made a playoff appearance. The fans are obviously on edge and sick of it, not really excited to take it anymore. A lot of fans out there don't really feel like we have a solid plan going forward. And it seems like the captain is feeling the same way, so he's requested a trade, despite the fact that his contract has him staying in Detroit for another 5 years.
Which I believe that he does. There was a clause in his contract that there were like 5 certain teams that he picked, that if he was able to trade to them, even under contract, that he would be able to.
That's a good. I don't know the answer to that. All I heard was that, and I did give you a video, which hopefully we can show. Was that at this point, if they're willing to trade him, he gets to basically pick wherever he wants to go, if they want to have him. But the clip we're going to play for you here is from Sweet Annie OD, who you can find on TikTok and on Instagram. She's fantastic. She is a longtime Anaheim Mighty Ducks supporter, but she weighs in on all manner of hockey stuff in the NHL. So she had some pretty good things pretty concise, like a really good presentation of the facts. So we're going to watch it right here.
All right, big news in the hockey world ahead of Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. Elliot Friedman has reported that Detroit Red Wings captain Dylan Larkin has requested a trade. The news comes off the Red Wings missing the playoffs for the 10th consecutive season, which is the longest active playoff drought in the NHL, and unsurprisingly, a factor in this decision for Larkin. As someone that loves drama that I am not involved in, I love hearing this news going into the draft and free agency, where the free agent class is a bit of a snooze. It's not every day a top center becomes available in the National Hockey League, so GMs will be kicking the tires on this one. Looking at his contract, he's got 5 years left on this current deal with an $8.7 million cap hit per year, and with the rising cap, that is a good salary. He has a full no-move clause for the next 2 seasons, so if he were to be traded, he has full say in where he goes. There's been lots of justified criticism of Detroit Red Wings general manager and Hockey Hall of Famer Steve Yzerman's plan to bring the Red Wings back to the playoff promised land, as we call it, the Yzer plan. But the fact that your captain, who is born and raised in Michigan, played at the University of Michigan, played for the U.S. National Development Team, is requesting a trade is not a good look. If your captain doesn't believe in the plan, my guess is the locker room doesn't either. You have to think that next season is finally do or die for Steve Yzerman as general manager. The Red Wings have to make the playoffs with or without Dylan Larkin. And if you trade Dylan Larkin, you can't be trading him for just picks and prospects, NHL-ready talent. Stating the obvious, but if you do trade Larkin, ideally you don't want to retain any of his salary, even though Detroit does have all 3 retention slots open. So if Yzerman does want to sweeten the return, there is the option to retain up to 50%. Yes, with the full no-move clause, Dylan Larkin does have a say in where he's traded to, but you also don't have to trade him. He is under contract for the next 5 seasons. He's not a pending UFA. He's not at risk for walking away for nothing. You can hang on to him until the package is appealing. And I'm just spitballing here, but the most important request would probably have to be going to a playoff team. First team that came to mind for me was the Minnesota Wild. They're a top center away from being an absolute juggernaut, especially after acquiring Quinn Hughes this season. And Billy G is a big Dylan Larkin guy. I don't know how Dylan Larkin feels about playing in Canada or if Stevie Y would trade within the division, but if I am Kent Hughes, I am all over this as a potential 2C behind Nick Suzuki. Listen, if the Stars aren't able to sign Jason Robertson, I wouldn't hate that trade. The Kings have a void to fill at center with Kopitar retiring. I just don't know if Ken Holland would be willing to pay the price tag Yzerman would be asking. You also have to look at the teams that are able and willing to put together an appealing package for Detroit, like Utah. The Ducks have young talent to spare, especially on the blue line. Mason McTavish's name has been thrown around in trade talks. And of course, Verbeek and Stevie Y are friends. Watch Florida be able to pull it off. Not Vegas, not Vegas, not Vegas, not Vegas. We'll learn a lot more in the coming days, but let me know your immediate thoughts on Dylan Larkin reportedly requesting a trade. Should the Red Wings trade him, and where do you think he ends up?
Alrighty. I think that Personally, I think that in the Four Nations tournament, where he had some pretty good individual success contributing to his team, and some victories, some actual tangible victories, to then go back to the Wings and suck it up through the bottom half of the conference and not make the playoffs must sting. And maybe that was the straw that brought the camel's back. Like, he tasted a little bit of the success, and he's like, I'm not getting any younger. I need to win a cup. Where can I do that? And I'm no longer confident that it's in Detroit.
Yeah, but again, on the flip side, what Yzerman did. Yzerman was 18. I think he was 20 when they elected him as captain, and yeah, he was damn near 40 when they finally won the cups that they did. So I mean, he went 20 years, 20 seasons without anything.
It was a different NHL back then, and if you asked
True.
Dylan Larkin that today, he might go, "Why the hell did he wait so long?"
So I will say Danielle has some family members that are close with Dylan Larkin's aunt, I believe.
Okay.
And yeah, they don't have the greatest things to say about him.
About Dylan Larkin?
Yeah.
Really?
So it's Danielle's aunt that knows his aunt, and then
Okay.
and the Larkins, and apparently he can be a little bit of a bitch off the ice.
Well, I'm sure her feelings are based on actual events that we have no idea what they are. So rather than besmirch a good man's name, let's just assume that there's two sides to every story.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I will say she has some good insight on the NHL.
When I saw her take on it, I'm like, and she does shit like this. She's very, very in tune with the goings on of the NHL.
Oh, clearly,
even though she's a hardcore Ducks fan. So when I watched that, I'm like, oh well, this is better than anything that you and I could come up with. Like, she clearly knows her shit. So why don't we just play her video?
Yeah,
and give her a little cross promotion. Sweet Andy OD. We're more than willing and able to have you on as a guest if you'd like to sit down and break bread with us.
that would be awesome.
Yeah. Why not?
You got to move your hair out of the way, though.
Who? Annie?
Yeah.
Move it out of the way. Was it in the way?
Yeah, it was. There's a lot going.
Oh, I see. That's how the ladies wear their hair now. It's not all like in the back. It's like a combination of it splits the shoulders, Cory.
I'm just
Half in the back, half in the front.
I'm just saying she might have been covering up some good assets that might have gotten her video.
I see you're going with the interesting approach and trying to convince her to come on the show. You're like, let's objectify her body sexually.
I'm not objectifying it. She knows what she has. That's why she was like, okay.
Who knows? Maybe this is exactly the
modest.
kind of saltiness that's going to get her on the show.
She's like, let me be modest and cover some things up.
I'll be honest; those two guys look like fuck ups. But once they that Cory's got something going on, I think I might have to break up with those guys.
What can I say? I'm a charmer.
But the current, and we're into game 3 right now.
Yeah,
Vegas.
for some reason, when you were outside and I was trying to bring this screen up, it literally kept on popping back over to the game.
Thanks, Apple TV. I can't explain why. But, it's tied at 1, Golden Knights and the Canes.
So, well, how about we do this real quick then?
Yeah.
Let's knock out TikToks so we can put the game on.
Well, I have one more sports video for the Jumbotron.
Oh, yeah, I have to bring up on...
Yeah, so basically, if you're not following the Stanley Cup Finals, it's Vegas Golden Knights versus Carolina Hurricanes. They are tied at 1. First 2 games were in Carolina, so they split. But
so this isn't for TikToks. We're doing it just for
it's sports.
Right.
We're still in sports, and I did have a TikTok video, so I'm ready for both, buddy.
I thought this was TikTok.
No, I gave you the other one for TikTok.
All right.
Yeah. So this is I was not aware of this because I didn't watch the whole game, and maybe this wasn't on the broadcast of the game, but
Probably not.
at the Canes Arena, the Jumbotron. This is really fantastic. I loved it. It's worth showing.
It might be the best chirp sesh by a team to another team I've ever seen. So the Carolina Hurricanes last night on the Jumbotron showcased who everybody was cheering for as the playoffs went on and on. So it started with a map of North America and showed that, majority of Canada was actually hoping for the Oilers. And then when they got bumped, it showed who they transitioned to cheering for. You got to check this out, and especially stay with it until right at the end of the video, because they put Vegas on blast.
Look how big Oilers
Yeah,
is. We love
big
that.
part of Canada. And then as teams get eliminated, it shows who takes over as the favorite team there. And as you can see,
Super clever.
Carolina, which is very true,
Everybody hates you, Vegas.
scoops up everybody else. Everybody hates you, Vegas. Let's go, Canes.
I do think the font should have been better. That font choice was kind of a fail. Whoever made this, I'd like to speak with them.
That's a little nitpicky, but
As they're using a crappy font on their video.
I'll allow it. Yeah, I thought that was fantastic. I wish I had caught that. I don't know if they didn't show it during the broadcast.
There's no way they did.
But,
That's because that was clearly someone that was on their phone recording that.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Everybody hates you, Vegas. Nothing encapsulates how people feel about the Golden Knights than that. And that was from obviously Oilers Nation, but they partner. I think the podcast there was Ryder and Lisa, Ryder with a Y, and it ended up on OilersNation.com, as it should have. I mean, it's a pretty good, Canadian-centric NHL podcast. You moving into TikToks, buddy?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
So we can put the game up.
Are you ready?
All right. What is TT's TikToks? If you're new to the show, it is just kind of our way to, like, this is what's tickling our funny bones this week. What have we been watching on TikTok or Instagram or wherever else that we want to share with you guys? This one really got to me. I was like, oh, this is the sweetest video that we could play. And I'm like, if he's trying to go for, the feels, if Cory's trying to go for the feels, there's no way he's going to beat me. So this is the Arsenal this is from London. The Arsenal fans, there's a parade, and there's a particular star of the parade who we're going to see right here. Oh, man. Fuck you if that didn't make you just tear up a little bit. Oh, the passion, the energy. First of all, UK football fans cannot be topped for the on-the-spot chants.
So for the audio listeners, can you explain what?
Yeah, so in West London, the Arsenal football team, there was a parade. So there were shit tons of Arsenal fans basically clogging the entire streets. They had bleachers set up on the top of buildings, and they were waiting for a parade, I guess, to start, or maybe this was following a parade. But there were some, 2 and 3 and 4 story buildings that were kind of on these close quartered blocks in West London. And up in the top floor, there was some Arsenal fans wearing Arsenal jerseys. One of whom had a baby in a little Bjorn strapped to his chest. And every time he kind of came back in the frame where the baby came up, he would raise the baby's arms up, and the crowd would go, "Hey!" And then they came up with this chant. It's obviously not terribly original in the United States, but maybe it is in the UK. We want our baby back, baby back. But they're nothing if not Johnny on the spot for coming up with chants. And I think
trying to do insights.
Well, I think there was another shot of that video from a different spot where there was a kid who was watching. He basically climbed a tree that was like on the easement of the street, and so he's sitting like literally in the top of this tree, and he could look behind him and see the people in the bleachers on the buildings. And they're like, "He's stuck in a tree. He's stuck in a tree," and they made up a chant on the spot for this kid. And I'm like, "Well, you got to give it up for UK football fans."
Yeah, he has an awesome apartment or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what they call it in the UK.
Flat.
A flat, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because he has a view right to, and obviously he had his window open. Like he was planning on sitting out there and watching.
We also don't know anything else about the neighborhood. Like maybe the view he has of that window is down a street that looks directly at a coal plant. We have no idea.
Could be.
I don't. West London seems like it's. I don't want to assume it's like up the Upper West Side in Manhattan, but maybe it is. I don't know. So do you want to do this now before you launch yours?
Yeah.
All right. So we are a drinking podcast, and we've done one already for the vets in the country
D-Day.
for D-Day, and this is just for us. Actually, it's for you guys, for the fans.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh. Always fails to disappoint.
Always fails to disappoint.
Yeah, that's a double negative.
Yeah.
It's always highly disappointing.
Okay. All right. So, Bob, as you know,
People who are watching us know we're drinking Fireball. I think they would agree.
maybe. As you know, I've recently purchased a drone.
Recently and regionally.
I've had a couple mishaps with it.
Go on, expand on that just for a bit, because I wasn't aware of any mishaps. I feel like you've color-coded that.
So, the one.
Did I say color-coded? I really meant sugar-coated.
That's I wasn't gonna say anything, but because
maybe I was thinking color-coded and not
Hey.
sugar-coated.
whatever you want to go with, buddy. Whatever.
I
you wanna go
digress. Go ahead.
with. So the most devastating one, I will launch the drone from sitting in the driveway. Like you've seen my garage and how our driveway is. So I'll sit in the opening of the garage with my chair.
It's not like your typical complete goes down and then comes back around the front of the house and then back out either the left or the right side.
No, I do not.
It's more of a traditional.
I do not have a TD style setup.
Straight down from the garage.
Straight
shot from the garage.
Straight shot from the garage.
Right out
down,
of the street.
And then, but there's our neighbor's house and our house on both sides.
As
so
you would expect.
It kind of gets a little narrow.
Yep.
So when I launch and
Is
go
it
out,
narrower than the car?
no, we have a little room on the one side.
Okay.
When I launch and go fly, I have no problem going out. It's when coming back in, I have a tendency to look at the drone and try to control it by looking at it rather than looking at my camera. So when it's flying back towards me, everything is in the opposite direction of what it is when the drone is facing away from you.
Oh, wait. So the view on the camera is what? The view on the camera is it from its front camera at you as it approaches?
Yes, at me when I'm landing to bring it back into the backyard. So what I should be doing is just fully focusing on the camera and not looking at the physical drone itself.
Why does it make a difference?
Because when I'm looking at the camera, I know if I hit the joystick to the left, if I want to go left, I know it's going to go left. If I'm looking at the drone and it's facing me, if I hit left, it's going to go right.
Well, okay, so this is the difference between driving forward and then trying to back up and everything is flip-flopped.
Correct.
So you just need more practice in flip-flopping the controls in your brain to go from looking at the drone to the front camera view.
So I need to focus on just the camera view.
Or you could not even practice and just, stick to the one view.
So I was flying it back towards me.
Yep.
And a gust of wind came through in between the houses, and it started kind of coasting off towards our house a little bit, dangerously close.
Right.
So immediately I yanked the joystick, but since I was looking at the drone, I yanked it right into the house, and it smacked the house. And we have vinyl siding. Smacked the vinyl siding.
Did it damage your siding?
No, didn't damage the siding.
Okay.
I wish the drone would have been fine and the siding would have been messed up. I could have fixed that easier.
The siding is going to cost you more to fix than the drone.
Oh,
is.
whoever lived there before us left a shit ton of it up in our rafters.
Oh, okay.
So I have no problem fixing the siding.
All right.
But the drone itself, I can't fix that on my own.
You broke your drone.
This was a couple months when I first got it.
Is this the big one or the small one?
The bigger one. The smaller one's fine if it crashes into something because it's protected.
So this is the more expensive drone.
Correct.
You damaged beyond repair.
Because of course it chipped some of the propellers. Once the propellers are chipped, it obviously can't fly. It crashed right down on the cement. Picked it up. The camera was smashed. The lens on the camera was smashed.
All right. Can I guess how this ended?
I don't know if I should put that out on the internet, but
Oh, because you think that Amazon is listening to our podcast?
you never know. You never know who's listening.
All right. Well, I think that I don't need to say anything else.
You-
and I think
you-
that
you know-
astute listeners,
you know what happened.
Despite me not saying a word, we all know exactly how he got that drone fixed.
You know exactly what happened.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, I had that unfortunate incident. And then when
And
we
if
were,
you don't know and you want us to spell it out for you, DM us directly at Schnozcast.
yes,
on Instagram.
I will tell. I will
We'll
tell you
exactly.
We will tell you on Instagram.
Yeah. It's actually pretty genius. And I honestly, I wasn't even aware that was a thing you could do until Cory told me he was doing it. And now I've done it so many
All right,
times.
I think we're stepping a little deep into what
I didn't say what we did.
I know, but still, okay.
Again, you could read between the lines.
So then, when Danielle and I were up in Port Austin for our anniversary,
Yeah.
on Monday, it was the nicest day that we had, but we had to check out of our Airbnb at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a state park right down the street with a very nice beach right out on the lake. So we decided we went and walked the pier for a little bit, flew the drone around out there, flew the smaller one to follow us while we were walking out there. And then when we got back to the beach and we were just hanging out on the beach, I'm like, oh, I'm going to put it up again and get some good coastline shots of just like buzzing the water and everything like that. And there was another rock formation out that I went and checked out for a second. Flew it back to us, flew it back out. Well, I was getting a little cocky with it at this point because I'm like, this is like the most open air I've ever been in.
This cockiness is coming after you flew it into your house.
But this, again, that was like a couple months ago.
Yeah,
And
it's a yes or no question.
Yes.
All right.
So I was trying to get some good shots where like I go up and come down and like do like some turns where I'm still going forward, but then I turn the drone.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
This cockiness that you had, this like swooping and diving and shit like that, how much, what percentage do you think of an influence on that behavior was your desire to make sure that Danielle knew, like, that you still knew exactly what you were doing with this drone?
I don't know if I was really even thinking about that, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I was just like, I was looking, I'm like, man, this is looking really good. Let me see what else I can do.
All right.
So I went out to this little rock formation. As I was coming back, I tried to do like this, still like, almost like a drifting turn, where the drone's still going sideways, but I'm trying to go forward a little bit. Well, there was this tree branch right on the coastline that was hanging out,
Yeah.
and I smoked it.
So just like Icarus, you flew too close to the sun and
Too close to the tree branch,
singed your wings.
and the drone tumbled a little bit, but it didn't go in the water. So I'm like, oh, it got caught. It got caught in the tree. But mind you, this is about a half a mile down the beach that I was flying this at.
Oh,
from
and
where
with
we
your
were.
visual acuity, you determined that it did
No,
not
no.
go in the water from
No,
a half
no.
mile away.
No, because I could see the camera was still up.
Oh, now you're looking at the camera.
I was looking
Before
at the
you're
camera.
like, fuck the camera. I
No,
can
I-
see the drone.
No,
Come on, baby.
I was looking at the
I'm
camera.
bringing you back in.
Like I said, I was looking at the camera the entire time. I just misjudged going forward. Like,
Okay,
I should
so
went
this
forward.
is the story continued from your garage. You flew directly into the house, but since then,
But 'cause
you've
I-
now
'cause
learned
I-
your lesson, and you're like, I'm only looking
I'm
at the
focusing
camera.
on the camera.
Got it.
Still messed up though, and like I said, hit that branch. And
I'm trying to find the light at the end of the tunnel for the story.
So, like I said, it tumbled, but I knew I was still over the water, so it didn't go in the water. So I'm like, it has to be caught in the tree. But again, it's a half mile down the beach. So I told Daniel, I'm like, shit. I'm like, the drone's caught in a tree. Like,
I'll be right back.
so I took the controller. Thankfully, I didn't turn it off. I took the controller with my camera and everything still attached to it. Was walking down the beach. I shouldn't say, I was at a brisk jog at this point.
Oh, time out again. Time out again.
I was at a brisk
Time
jog.
out. No, you were not at a brisk jog. I cannot remember. So the last time I think I saw you in a brisk jog, something was on fire. Wait, no. It was something that had blown away down the beach that was going to be lost forever if you didn't pick it up from a walk into what some might consider to be a brisk jog.
I don't remember what it was, but either way, I was at a brisk jog.
It's like seeing a unicorn is what I'm trying to say. Like, whoever watched you do this brisk jog, I hope they got it on camera.
Everyone on that beach. So I'm going down the beach. Well, at a certain point, so this tree that was hanging over that I hit the branch of, it turns into all private properties, and the beach eventually ends, and you can't like these houses don't have like actual beach fronts; they're just rock wall fronts. So when I got down to that point, I literally had to go up onto the actual like main street and start walking in front of these houses. And as I'm doing that, all of a sudden the battery's dying on my drone. And it's like the battery's dying. We're automatically going to land. I was like, I thought it was caught in a tree.
Yeah, hold on. I thought I made this clear, but I am briskly jogging.
So
You need to give me a little bit of time to get there before you shut off.
Bob, the drone starts lowering. I'm like, well, it's clearly not caught in a tree if it's lowering.
Did the jog become a little bit more brisk at that point?
Well, no, because at this point, I'm like, well, if it's not caught in the tree,
Yeah.
Bob, I could see the water. The drone was like that. I'm like, oh no. Like, can we go up? I was able to bring it up just enough, and the house that was in front of the drone had like these big slabs of rock that were steps. And when I mean like big slabs of rock, I mean bigger, like these two tables combined.
You could just say rich person slabs.
There was definitely a rich person's house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. So I was able to lift the drone up just enough to land it on that rock. And
Did some guy automatically come out the back door of his house like, get that off my slab of rock.
dude, I was so worried because I was able to recognize.
Punt it into the lake.
And when I was going down the beach, there was a guy that was out in his backyard like looking. And I was like,
I clearly have a no drone policy
I'm like,
on my property.
Hey, that's mine.
I don't hear you.
And so he's just staring at.
I am drop kicking your drone into the lake
He
right
finally,
now.
well, this was when it was still hovering above the lake, so
Oh,
he couldn't get to it. But so
If he cared enough, he would be able to get to it.
I was able to, like I said, land it on the very edge of this rock step.
Yeah.
And I was finally able to identify the house that had these big, huge rock steps behind it. I'm like, I just have to go in their backyard to grab this.
If necessary, could you like work yourself up into like a state of like sounding like you just were briskly jogging down there? Because we could do Schnauzkast. I could be that guy.
No, because there was no guy. Like I said, he already. I don't even know if it was the owner of that house.
Oh, it was just
he was out there.
Party?
He was just looking at my drone hovering above the lake.
But you know how rich people get. He probably knew his neighbor whose property you landed on. And he's like, "Oh no, Bill would not like that. I need to step in here."
He probably went inside to be like, "Hey, like I have to call him and be like, there's a drone hanging out in your backyard."
Yep.
But so I was successfully able to go into the backyard. Thankfully, they didn't have fences or anything like that. And I was able to retrieve my drone from
It was an electric fence.
from
I was like,
from the rock steps,
Yep.
and immediately got out of there.
Yep.
And went back another half mile down.
at a brisk jog.
No, at this point now it was a slow walk because I'm like, okay, we've recovered everything. Everything's intact.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Meanwhile,
So-
she's like, "Where are you, Cory? It has been 45 minutes that you brisk jogged away from me."
And so I think it was about a half-hour recovery process
Yeah.
to get down there and then to get back. Because I did have, like I said, I still had the drone on when I was walking down there. And when I went back and watched the video, it was about 15 minutes for me to get down the beach to where the drone was at and to the property that I had to go into. So thankfully, I avoided that, the drone falling in the water. So all that lead up for this TikTok video.
Dude.
'Cause
I can't wait to go back and listen to this to see exactly how many minutes of a lead up this was to this one TikTok video.
And it's so short too. It's so short. But this is
It's 15 seconds.
this could be one of my biggest fears, even though I'm not a fisherman. Here we go. So when she cast,
She cast her line, and she didn't know that someone behind them, probably not someone that they were with.
It's their drone.
Oh, and she was looking back with a sly look at the guy who was flying the drone. Well, then one of them is to blame, and I feel like it's a
She caught it perfectly on her
yeah.
cast.
Why would you fly the drone right over where they're casting? I'm going to say that's not her fault.
And he says, "Does it float?"
Yeah, blowns don't.
Drones don't float.
I think I'm having a stroke. Drones don't float as I
No, they do not. Unfortunately.
suspect.
So yeah, that's something that again, when we're up north and we're flying around the Asaba River, I really hope no one's out there fishing and can potentially hook my drone and bring it down right into the water.
All right, is that TikToks for the week?
That's TikToks for the week.
All right, you want to turn the game up?
Yeah, we'll bring the game up.
All right, so we're gonna go back here to this. I guess real quickly, Corey, to kind of end the episode.
Well,
You're going to go back to the home screen, YouTube TV on the right-hand side?
That's okay.
Yeah. I did have a couple of grievances. If you still have a grievance splash screen there. Yeah, let's do that.
The Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're gonna hear about it. As a rain blows upon him, I realized there had to be another way.
Oh, did we almost miss the
I was saying,
fisticuffs?
things are getting chippy.
Yeah, a little bit.
We're still still 0-0. So that's good.
Listen, the first two games were fantastic. I don't. Jack's one of them. He's like, I don't really care about. He's like, I'm not even interested at all in this. I didn't want Vegas in there, and I didn't want the Canes. I'm like, yeah, but the games have been pretty spectacular. Like a lot of back and forth. Like it's not. This is not a blowout. This is going to go 7 games. Guaranteed.
You don't think so?
No, guaranteed. It's going to go 7 games.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because the last thing you want in a Stanley Cup final is like a broom, right? 4-0 sweep. That's a boring series to me. But okay, so anyway, we're switching over to airing grievances while Corey's got the hockey game on, and so my grievances this week are really just airline based, airport based, flight based, and so I want to maybe dig a little bit deeper than we might normally do with you, Corey, on this topic.
What? So hang on real quick.
Yeah.
What, it is funny you say it's airline based because a lot of Todd's were airline based.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm going in a direction that I'm not sure. So when Todd takes a flight, when Todd Dillon takes a flight, it's a little bit different than you or I taking a flight. He's got like rich people worries. He's got like, okay, which first class seat am I going to be in? I don't like row 4. I prefer row 2. Am I going to get the big wide window seat or the big wide aisle seat? When I board first, am I going to have to board behind at least 7 other assholes who are also going to first class? Or am I going to get to go first? Those are kind of worries that Todd Dillon has to worry about. You and I, we fly coach, buddy.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
If not down with the poultry and the livestock. We're flying coach. We have different worries than Todd Dillon has. And so I think I'm going to dig a little bit deeper into this. And the first thing I want to ask you is, when you go to the airport, and I assume you're not like TSA approved and going into the fast line, the fast pass lane, whatever they call it. Correct? You're going to the regular person line.
Yeah, of course.
To check in, to do your check-in, right? To get through security. And have you ever? So it's basically like a Disney World, like back and forth
queue style
common feeder line. Have you ever gone through those lines? There's been somebody who will not move up, and they're just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and the empty space between them and the person in front is just building up and up and up and up again.
In all honesty, I don't fly enough to really experience stuff. I've flown maybe a handful of times in my life.
Okay, so what you're saying is, I've started a segment called Grievances, in which my only grievances are airline-based, and I'm talking with one person who's only taken a handful of flights in their life, and is going to be no help to me with these grievances.
Sorry, dude. I don't know what to tell you. But the reason I brought that up, because Todd had a lot of airline-based grievances, which, again, we're different.
Yeah.
But it's funny you bring that up, because I just happened to notice your eyes on the artwork where Todd is barreling through. He's barreling through an airplane.
Yeah. Well, who made you? Did Bader make that artwork?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that if you were to make a pie graph of the different topics that Todd talked about in grievances, the biggest slice of the pie would be airlines.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
And I think back in the day, he definitely it was a lot of airline grievances.
He's always had jobs where he's had to do a lot of flying.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny.
All right, so I guess I'm just going to cut it off right here by saying that, yes, I have been in a line where that person ended up pissing off everybody behind them, and when they confronted her finally about it, she said, listen, it doesn't matter how much space, like we're all going to get there at the same time. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, true. But your perspective of that is not, you're like, hey, fucking go.
but
it's not like car traffic to where if someone does that and the light turns green, it's really not impeding you from getting there. Like in a car, it's way different. If someone were to do
not that different.
Yeah, well, because
Are you
then
talking about like when you're in like a zipper merge, or are you talking about like
No,
when
just
you're
like-
at a red light and it goes green and the person won't go?
yeah.
No, that's almost worse because
To me, that's way worse.
yeah, if I'm sitting back there and I know like there's a good chance that I was only going to make this light if we all went and you didn't go. Now I'm super
You're gonna
pissed
be-
at you.
right.
If I had a gun, this might be a road rage incident.
That was okay. Whoa, buddy.
I said might. This might be a road rage incident. But this lady is basically saying like, look, we're not at the whatever the green light is, the light that's turned green in our analogy of traffic. She's not there yet. Like we're all in the line. Whether I immediately follow when the person comes up or I wait 30 seconds, what's the difference? And she's probably not wrong, except that when you get to the airport, I feel like when you get to the airport, it's like there's this invisible clock over your head. And it's like, how quickly can I get through all the things I need to do? Park my car, get from the car into the terminal, get from the terminal to the check-in, get through check-in, get from there to my gate. How quickly can I then get in the plane? Which zone am I boarding in? Why the fuck isn't it zone 1? What the fuck? I got to wait till zone 7? Jesus, I don't want to do that. I better be the first one in line to zone 7. Let me make sure I get in my seat first. Do I have room for my carry-on bag overhead? That's great. I want to sit down. Oh, now we've landed. Don't you fucking get up in front of me. I want to get off the plane as soon as I can so I can get out and do the whole thing in reverse and get out of the terminal as fast as I can. Then get to my rental car as fast as I can before the other people do so I can get out and I can get to my hotel as soon as possible. That's
a lot.
That's flying. Which, if you don't fly often, luckily you don't ever have to deal with that.
In the times that we have flown, it's been for vacation purposes. So it's
Yeah.
I'm already not at work.
Yeah.
We're going to a wonderful place that we're going to spend an entire week just hanging out, having a good time. So
Yeah.
to me, like
It's going to take
the
as
flight,
long as it takes.
I'm like, whatever.
See, that's the point of view that Todd takes. And he would argue, is like, Bob, why are you? I'm speaking for Todd, obviously. And by the way, we do need to drop a quick teaser that Mr. Todd Dillon, our brother and former co-host of the show, will be back on the show on June 20th on Saturday. So mark your calendars. Not only will he be back on the show, but he will be here with us in my living room in person. So mark your calendars. Please join us then on June 20th. But yeah, he would say that I'm being short-sighted and I'm not enjoying life and why are you letting this shit get to you? But I would argue that the reason why he feels the way you do is because all the things that you would have to do on that flight, he doesn't have to do those things. He fucking rolls into the airport, I would guess 30 minutes before boarding, and he goes in quick special check-in, so he goes right past the line that you're in. Walks leisurely to the gate.
Of course he has that.
He gets on the plane right away. You are waiting until you're going to be probably one of the last 10 people on the plane. And he's going to get off way before you. He's going to go to a special diamond, platinum, centennial car rental service and get a top-of-the-line car and be probably to his hotel before you even get your rental car. So there's a lot of reason for Todd to be in a great mood when he has to fly somewhere because his trip is so much easier than the normal person's. That would be my argument at the end. And I love arguing with Todd when he's not on the show. I love playing both sides, and I'll present the argument that I think he would present, and I will counter that argument and declare myself the victor, and we'll move on.
So easy to do when he's not here.
This is the right. This might have been the greatest favor he ever did to us is deciding you want to step away from the show, which makes the arguments so much easier to win.
It's crazy. I win every single last one.
Yeah, I do.
So there was one time we were flying. It was me, Joey, and his brother Mikey. Mm-hmm. We were flying down to Delray Beach for spring break, and Joe and I, of course, stayed up all night the night prior.
Of course.
Hanging out, drinking.
Didn't get a 1 minute sleep.
Got to the airport at the very last second, and we're waiting in line to check in. And there's a pretty decent line. And so Mikey and I are standing next to each other, facing the way the line is going. And Joe's standing in front of us, turned around, looking at us, talking to us. And I just happened to notice the person behind Joe. And I'm like, how can I fuck with Joe right now? So finally, after he got done saying some shit or whatever, and I was like, dude, I'm like, the guy behind you, he keeps on making faces. I think he wants to fucking fight you. And of course, Joe still being in the tipsy state he was.
Yeah.
He's like,
up all night drinking.
He's like, are you fucking serious? I'm like, dude, like, he does not look happy. And Joe's like, okay, well, fuck this guy. And he turns around. Dude, it's this hulky. This guy's fucking massive.
Which you knew, obviously, before.
Because I could see him.
Yeah.
I mean, at 5 o'clock in the morning, this guy's blood pressure had have already been through the roof because he's just beat red in a tank top. I mean, veins just popping out everywhere. And
He
Joe
probably worked out for 2 hours before he even got to the airport.
Probably. And Joe turns around. He's like, hey. And the guy turns around and looks at him. And Joe's like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. He's like,
thought you were somebody else.
Wrong person. Turns around. He's like, what the fuck was that? And dude, like I said, this guy, he was just standing there with arms and just a fucking massive man.
Right.
And the second, I think Joe might have shit himself a little bit. The second he turned around, he's like,
Yeah, probably.
He's like, hey, buddy. The guy, he's like, what? Joe's like, nothing. He's like, sorry, wrong person.
Oh my God. I'm really sorry I missed that. I know it was a lot of years ago.
Oh, dude, Mikey and I were nearly pissing ourselves in line, and the entire rest of the way, Joe was actually letting people go in front of us. He's like, I need to put some separation between me and that guy because he's probably gonna kick my ass now.
Right. All right, let's close the episode out with an announcement. This is from, so I've already mentioned, and we'll pull out something on Instagram during the next week or so to drive it home. But on Saturday, January 20th, Todd will be, is it the 20th?
January 20th?
Did I say January?
Yeah, you did.
Jesus Christ. How many strokes have I had in this show? 2? At least 2.
At least 2, yeah.
Yeah, Saturday, June 20th. Todd Dillon will be on the show. He will be here in my living room. We'll be face-to-face. Normally, he's been in Seattle for, most every episode he's ever done.
It's been a long time since.
Yeah, well, this is actually the first time I've ever gotten advance notice he's going to be in town. Normally, it's like, hey, I landed. I'm going to be here for 4 hours. What are you doing?
Well, let's go to B-dubs.
Yeah. So he's going to be here, so definitely tune in for that. But in addition, we have a new segment that we're going to unveil on the 20th, and it is called, at the moment...
Oh, I'm glad I didn't take a drink yet.
This is Todd's idea. This is Todd's idea, not mine.
Have I heard the name yet, though? I don't think I have.
You were on the same call. We were all on a production meeting together.
All right.
Yep, it is called Hit or Shit. And this is the deal. Todd Dillon is going to offer to make a TikTok video and offer to make a song, an actual song made with AI, for anybody who asks for an inspirational song. Now, this is anyone on the show. He has already made one for me because I'm the only one who responded back to his request.
I have not sent
I already
him.
got my song.
Did you really?
I did.
That's quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Todd doesn't fuck around. So if you are a fan of the show, if you're on the chat or if you're listening to us in the future.
Dilly, Lori, I expect some submissions.
Here's what you need to do. If you want to participate in this.
Oh, shit. Vegas scored. There we go. Woo! Come on, boys. All right, sorry.
All right. So if you want to participate in this, here's what you need to do. You need to send a DM to Schnozcast on Instagram. And you need to give us a couple pieces of information. Number one, what city and state are you from? Number two, which band do you like or even love? What's your favorite band? And then you need to give us 2 or 3 things that you love, hopefully with a little bit of context, whatever they might be. And these are going to be kind of the subjects of the song. And if you don't want to do the love thing, you can give us 2 or 3 things that you hate, also with a little bit of context, so that Todd can instruct AI for what to do with these things and what they really mean, rather than trying to infer what you mean from a vague description. And then he will construct a song, and he will bring it back on the show within 2 weeks or less. And we will play your song on the show, and then whoever's listening to the show in the audience will get to rate it. Either it's a hit or it's shit. And if it's a hit, then Todd will split. He will make it available on a bunch of different streaming services like Spotify. And give and split the streaming rights with you for whatever royalties Spotify pays for that song. I really hope that I haven't completely screwed up this introduction to this segment.
I hope not either.
But I'm really, and there's a lot more details I can go into it, but Todd's going to be here on the 20th, so I'm going to let him give the full description for that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, basically that is it. So we're kind of excited about it, especially because in 2 days I got my song back. I gave him all my information for what I just described.
That was a quick turnaround.
And I got a song. I haven't listened to it yet because I know the song's going to be like 8 minutes long, and I'm like, I need to carve out the time to listen to this.
You need to carve out 8 minutes?
Yes, it's not easy to do. We're busy people, sir. People
True,
don't understand how long it takes to get a podcast together.
Should we also announce, too, what our plan is for next episode on next Saturday?
Oh, it's not our next episode. We're not going live.
No, but...
So next Saturday.
Okay, so it would be the following Saturday.
Next Saturday is the 13th. We will not be streaming live on that Saturday. We will release on Friday the 12th
A banked episode.
One that no one's heard before, but one that we have not released. We've recorded in the past. But what we will be doing on the 13th is, did you get Danielle to agree with this already?
Oh, all right. Well, actually, so she won't be there next Saturday because she has a prior engagement.
Okay. All right.
But she does if we do it again, she's like, that'd be more than awesome.
So,
or something along these lines.
Cory and I are going to go down to, we obviously live in the Detroit, Michigan area. Down in Detroit, there is a long-standing, I don't know how old it is. I probably should have looked this up, market called Eastern Market down in Detroit, in which they do a lot of like fresh fruit. There's a lot of
smokers out,
flower vendors,
people selling meat on the street.
Well, there's also a lot of restaurants down there, like Bert's Barbecue, that has grills out in front of their store. Just a great place to walk around if you want to get some Mexican food. You want to pick up some fresh jerky that somebody made, some honey that they just collected a couple days before, and now they're selling it there. Flowers, vegetables, shawarma, Bloody Marys. There's just a ton of stuff. So we're going to walk around down there with a camera and some microphones, and we're going to do a little bit
drones.
Some drones, do a little bit of interviewing, a little bit of a walkthrough for release, hopefully not too far into the future from that.
And maybe talk to some people, see if they want to get interviewed and give their thoughts on Eastern Market.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or what their favorite places are down there.
Yeah.
Because it's a historic place. So it is over 180 years old.
Oh, you just looked it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Its origins date
You could have
back-
just made that up, and I wouldn't have known
No,
any
no.
different.
Why would I do that? Come on. This show is about facts, Bob.
Is it?
With its origins dating back to 1841 in
Holy
Cadillac
shit, they scored
Square.
again. I missed that. Vegas up 2-0.
Damn. All right. With its origins going back to Cadillac Square, making it one of the oldest and largest continuously operating public markets in the United States. So now, even though it went back to Cadillac Square in 1841, it moved to its permanent location on Russell Street in 1891.
18-9? Holy shit. I didn't know I'd been there for more than 100 years.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So that entire
That's
area
125 years plus.
is very historic.
Well, listen, if you find yourself on the 13th, I don't, maybe I shouldn't be putting this on the internet, but if you, fuck it. If you find yourself down in Eastern Market on Saturday the 13th around the noon hour and you happen to see us there, come up, let us know that you listen to the show or you watch the show, and we'd be happy to talk to you on camera.
Definitely. Most definitely.
And get you on the Schnozcast.
Yes, sir.
And last thing before we end, if you're not in the habit of watching us live, maybe you only get your podcasts through Apple Podcasts and you only listen to them. You only do audio. You do it while you're at the gym. You do it while you're driving around. You do it while you're walking the dog, but you never watch us on YouTube. One of the benefits of watching us on YouTube is that we go live every Saturday. Most Saturdays, I should say. And also, when we go live, we then take it down immediately after it's done. So it's kind of like an event that we've shared with those people who were able to join us in the chat and watch us live. We will release it again the following Friday as an actual video on YouTube, but the live chat's more of kind of an event. Now, normally when we do this chat, this live video that we're doing right now, we usually do a second one, and we will bank that episode for release on a later date, but we are calling it the after party, and that is what we're about to break to do right now. So, if you're watching us out there, we're going to take a break for probably 10, 15 minutes. We're going to come back. How would you know that we're coming back online? You go to YouTube and subscribe to us,
and then you'll get a notification.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very easy.
So do that and join us for the after party. And with that, Cory, love you.
Love you too, man.
See you in a bit.
Sounds good.
Peace out, folks. Take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else as well. Peace.